Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We are actually live, you guys. So tonight, of course, we have Mr. Hollywood.
What's going on?
We don't have Hyper tonight, you guys, because Sissy Pooh had surgery. So you know how that goes. We gotta definitely keep sis in our prayers. So tonight we're gonna start with Hollywood. All the stuff that we got going on tonight. Yes.
All right, let's see here. All right, so I'm gonna cover sports and somewhat ninja news here. So this week we had the unfortunate passing of Kobe Bryant's dad, Jelly Bean. Um, he passed away at the age of 69. The Philadelphia hoops legend played for three NBA teams over his international basketball career. His nickname came due to the love of his jelly bean candy, and he played 8 seasons with the NBA, in the NBA with the 76ers, the LA Clippers, and the Houston Rockets before moving overseas. He is the father of the late Kobe Bryant, and we're sending condolences and hearing the news upon his passing, and we send our prayers out to Vanessa Bryant and family. Vanessa Bryant had posted on her Instagram that we hope things would have been different, although the times we spent together were few. He was always sweet and very nice to the family. Kobe loved him very much. They are now together forever. Um, he was also a devoted father and a husband and a grandfather whose warmth touched everyone he met. All right, he played in Japan and in Thailand. So our prayers and condolences go out to the Bryant family. Um, in other sports news, we have a huge fight coming up that was, I think, almost a last minute fight because the Tyson fight got postponed. So we have Mike Perry fighting Jake Paul tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on pay per view. So a little background on Mike Perry. He is a former UFC fighter and is now the bare knuckle. He is now a bare knuckle champion at 5-0, and he faces a 9-1 Jake Paul in a boxing match tomorrow night. So I'm very excited to see that, and I'm really hoping that Mike Perry takes the win on this one. Other than that, in ninja news, of course, we already know what happened last Saturday with President Clinton or former President Donald Trump. Excuse me. And there's been a lot of speculations here and there about whether it was set up or whatnot. But they had caught the shooter, and they obviously took him out and they killed him. His name was Matthew Crooks. He was a 20-year-old out of Pennsylvania, about 40 miles from where the location was. Prayers go out to the Trump family. Prayers go out to the former fire chief that was killed during that accident, and everybody else that was involved. So, on behalf of the podcast, we want to pray for everybody that was involved, all the victims and everything. So, other than that, I don't have much more on ninja news other than that. So I'm gonna hand it over to my sister.
So you guys, I want to give a shout out to Boosie Badass. Y'all, he beat them charges. Shout out to Boosie on that. That's my celebrity gossip for today because y'all know Boosie been fighting this case. It went from state to federal about a year and some change ago. So he been fighting this shit for about a year and some change, and the judge finally dismissed it. Like I'm so fucking geeked because as my dog, you know what I'm saying. I fucks with Boosie all day, all day. So on that note, I'm just that's the only news I want to do for celebrity gossip. He deserves his own shout out. You know what I'm saying?
Say
So
less.
whenever Boosie end up watching this podcast, at least he'll know he got his New Orleans native homegirl from right here. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's from Baton Rouge, you know what I'm saying? He's still Louisiana all day. So I'm gonna still give it up for my dog. You know what I'm saying? Love it. Uh, that's all I got. So
So I really want to stand corrected because one of my brothers corrected me in regards to uh, uh, the assassin that tried to attempt the assassination on Donald Trump. His name was Thomas Matthew Crooks. So again, his name was Thomas Matthew Crooks. I stand corrected with what I had stated earlier.
either way, I don't care what his name is. He's still fucked up. I don't care what nobody say. Yo, dude had some balls to get up there and do this shit because it ain't no way. And then you shot that many times and you shot this cat in the ear. Come on, man. You should have just sat down. Then he was a part of the Republican Party. That was the worst part about it. Like you're a part of the same party that this guy's with, and you just out here just I don't know. You it's that was terrible. That was terrible. You know, and I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I ain't any of it. But for that to happen and it's somebody that's part of your own your party, it's sad. It sucks. But hey,
I mean, not to mention, but I mean, with what they had said, what the Supreme Court said, a couple weeks back, how any sitting president, and I'm not making any statements or claims that Biden had anything to do with any of this, but with what had happened, it just kind of sounded fishy. Obviously, a lot of us in America know that this was eventually going to be attempted at some point. We just didn't know when, but thankful enough, he's still here. So, on that note, what do we got tonight?
So tonight's topic is broken love. Broken love. Hold on, real quick before Spider says. So in other news, Panama, Florida State event. Yes, we gonna get to that too. Okay, you want me to go ahead and start with that? Damn, Spider, shit. All right, so y'all know next weekend, Florida got their big state event. We got our state event next week. So wait a minute. Hold on. Look, I see somebody. Looky. Hi.
Hi, guys.
Is she still in the hospital?
You're still in the hospital. What is wrong?
I'm in the hospital. Hold on. Let me connect my AirPods. Hold on, y'all. I can't breathe. Hold up. I'm coming.
Oh my God, this girl's crazy. She told us last week she wasn't getting on. She told us this week she wasn't getting on.
And she do it anyway. So Spider, what you mean you're not gonna die? Don't do whatever you did last time. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just behave. I don't think you can, but
hey, look at
behave.
What Elmo posted. He said Thomas Crooks had Duval in. Really?
Elmo, I'm not dealing with you today. I'm not dealing with you today, Elmo. I am not. Hey, Intel. We see Intel is on the show tonight, you guys. Everybody say hi to Intel. Thank you.
What up, Intel? We see my boy, or our boy, our now brother, 404 on there. What's up to him? And what's good, Spider?
Yeah, no, Spider. That's what I'm saying. We don't need you to do that again. We don't need you to do that again. We don't need you to be down and hurt ever again, Spider.
I saw the aftermath of all that, man. That was a rough one.
I know.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
there I am. Hi, guys. I'm in the hospital. I know I said I wasn't getting on, but I'm not on drugs right now. So now would be the best time for me to get on. But they did let me have my ice cream.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you were on drugs. That's why you wanted to be on. So I was like, damn, all right.
You know what? Let me tell you. Look, listen. Listen. When you go in the hospital and you're in here and you're thinking that you're going to have a partial hysterectomy and they take an ovary, you like, wait, that's not what we talked about. You said You was just gonna take the uterus. You didn't say never about no ovaries. Okay. So now I'm like, well, here's the deal. I can't get pregnant. So yay, no more babies. But at the same time, baby, I'm like, so will I be able to still use my Mattel part? It's like ain't gonna dry out or nothing, right? She like, no, you should be good. I said, okay. So I'm good.
Hey, what's good with this one? Look what Infamous just said.
But not it's okay, Infamous. I got new boobs. If I didn't think Facebook would shut us down, I'd flash them. I got new boobs. I got a reduction.
Oh my.
Oh,
It's
God.
never a dull moment with us.
Oh, God.
Never. It is never. Look, my pull up game strong and my pop up game strong. You never know when I'm gonna pull up on you or when I'm gonna pop up.
Hold on, Spider. You sure right. She doing it. She doing it on purpose. She
I
doing
am
it on
not.
purpose. She's
Look,
trying to show off her new girls.
look,
Okay,
y'all will get to see the girls in time, I promise. But I have
put
on
them
a
back.
full
Put them
fledged
back.
hospital gown.
Put them
Look,
back.
I will pull the hospital gown, the covers up. There we go.
Full force
Now,
and Lord have mercy.
y'all know I'm dedicated. Doing this from the hospital bed.
Hold on, my sister say, "Oh my God, what did I land into?" He said, "Do it."
Wow.
Look up.
I
I
can't.
still got the IV.
Okay, look. Okay, you guys. So let's get to the topic. Okay,
Okay.
so it's the topic is what I said was
Broken
broken.
love.
So broken love. Let's talk about broken love. Let's talk about this, you guys. Let's talk about
Did
it.
you give him the subtitle, Booby?
No, I didn't. That was my fault.
It's you're good. So,
Do
guys,
you
it's
have the
broken
energy
love.
to do it again? That's the
Uh-uh.
subtitle.
No, you're good, Mama. It's just broken love. When is it okay to enter into a new relationship after you've been broke by love? When is it okay to enter into a new
Do you have the
relationship?
energy to do it again? That's it.
Do you
That's
got
it. Do
the
you have the
energy?
energy? Do you have the energy to start over? Do
And
you
I
have
know that's something we've all experienced. Let me give this disclaimer really quick, guys. The three of us would never get on here and talk about nothing we've never experienced, gone through, or have hindered in our past, or in the future, or in the present.
so who wanna start? I don't know, y'all.
I mean, my ice cream. So go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Hollywood. We're gonna let you
No,
Hollywood.
why
start
you
it.
gonna start with me, man? You guys put
I mean, my ice cream.
all right. Well, after I was divorced from my wife, it took me a very long time to get into another relationship, and that relationship is the woman that I'm currently with now. So, with that being said, from the time I got divorced in 2017 all the way to 2019, um, it took me a couple years to get over things, and yeah, would I do it again? Absolutely. You know, it all depends on the situation, the person, and depends on the connection that you have with that individual. You know, I did say I
Right.
would never get married again, and I've actually changed my thoughts on that when I met this individual now, which everybody knows. Um, so it is very challenging. I've been in relationships that are mentally abusive and physically abusive, and I've been in some really good relationships, but it all depends on the situation. It all depends on how strong mentally and physically and emotionally in order to move forward. At least in my opinion, I can't speak on behalf of my co-hosts here, but I mean, it all depends on the person. Basically, it all depends on how close you guys get, how you guys connect. But what do you guys feel about that? You guys got anything to feed off of on that?
Honestly, I can say um broken. That just the word itself. I definitely have been broken. It takes a lot to patch yourself up and go into something else. But I think when it comes to women, we tend to love different. Um, my heart was in pieces to put it back together and to actually love somebody else. It's a lot, but it's it's definitely, to me, I think it's worth it because you know you don't get a chance to. It's not often you find somebody that you can love without, you know, saying, like, after you heal, that person that you fall for after you heal, like they probably getting the best part of you because you healed.
Mm-hmm.
They get the best of you, and giving them that is like, wow, and for you giving them you just like, wow, did I just did I just fall for somebody else after basically putting myself together? But loving somebody or dealing with somebody after being broken, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes you to be, I don't know. You just gotta you giving a lot of yourself when you fall for fall for someone after you've been broken.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't really know how to just express that. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. But when you fall for that person and you give them you, like, you do it unconditionally. Like, here's me. I love you just because of you. It's not anything that you do for me, is nothing. It's none of that. It's just because of you. I love you for you. So to me, falling for somebody after you've been broken, it's a lot. It's a good thing. It can be a bad thing too, but I don't know. Depends on how that person deals with it or how that person handles you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well,
So
before I go, I'm gonna read some of the comments. So Intel says, what did he say, sis?
you said 30 to 60 days.
30 to 90
Okay.
days. 30 to 90.
Goddamn. And what did Spider say, Hollywood?
He said, got married once and
No,
asked her to change my entire
he said
outlook.
no one
Oh.
ever gonna keep me from doing doing me fuck the feelings.
Okay. And Elmo said, is Louis Elmo? He
Yeah,
said
that's
it depends on the situation, marriage, children, property, length of a relationship different from everyone. Then Intel said 30 to 90 days. And then what did he say about the get married, sis?
You said got married once and after it changed my entire outlook. But you know what? I'm gonna say this: just because you get married once, don't take it as, oh fuck it, I'm not gonna ever get married again. You tried to make somebody that was supposed to be a temporary person. You tried to make them a permanent place in your life, and that's not necessarily saying it's a bad thing. It's a learning experience. It's the learning experience, so being with somebody else that actually love you unconditionally and will not just love you for you, it's the fact, like,
Right.
never know, you close yourself off. It's like when you a kid, you date a girl, say, oh, she broke up with me, you move on.
Mhm.
You move on, but it's
Spider said it's too deep. He said too much energy right now. Love y'all. See you on the flip side. Spider,
don't read
sit
that.
your ass down. You stay
He's
right
still
here.
here. He's still here. But Intel said marriage is a waste of time. To me, it's not a waste of time if you marry to the right person. You got to marry the right person. If you marry the right person, you find somebody that actually love you for you. What I don't want to. If I'm with somebody, I don't ask them. I'm not gonna ask you to change. Don't change for me. Don't change. If I fell for you, I fell for you the way that you are.
Mm.
All right.
I accept you for who you are. And if that's the case, then the only thing I would say is if you change and you end up being a bad guy, then yeah, we're gonna probably, this ain't gonna work. But that don't necessarily mean that I ain't gonna ever date nobody else again. I ain't gonna never ever fall for nobody else again. You just wasn't it. You just wasn't the person for me. And we oftentimes have to gather ourselves and say, you know what? A lot of people tend to have a type, but your type is the same thing that hurts you over and over again, obviously. So that means you shouldn't even have a type. Why have a type? You
Mhm.
should date somebody that's actually going to respect you for you, love you for you, and be there for you through the good, the bad, and the ugly. You going through something, that person gonna still be there. You, it doesn't matter. Cheating, lying, all the other stuff. Of course, you're gonna bounce, but for the most part, why would you? You know what I'm saying? Why would you dismiss a person that's actually trying to be there for you
Mhm.
and actually do things for you and be there like through everything, broken or not? I'm here when you down bad. I'm here when you doing amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I'm gonna read this comment what Spider said, and then I'm gonna get into my tale. So Spider said it's not like the old days, and I have to give you that, Spider. Like the old days, y'all know it was like that Al Green, that love and happiness. Let's be together, let's stay together, you know. And so he said, you know, people too selfish to stay together forever. It means to an end, unfortunately. So just love it while it lasts, and when it's over, move on. And I have to agree with that because although he's younger than me, it's like Kevin Gates, me, Lil Boosie, all of us, Fed, you know, we from the South, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, all of that. And I listen to Kevin a lot because Kevin is always talking about energy. And, you know, he's talking about go where you're appreciated and where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. And me, I don't like to give my heart up because I know how I love. The Libra in me, I'm affectionate. I like my scales to be balanced. You know, if you're Libra, like all of those zodiac signs, some people believe in them, some people don't. I do believe in the zodiac signs because if my scales are tipped and it's not balanced and my energy is off. Well, you know, I got involved last year with someone and I said I wasn't gonna ever date, you know, a certain type of person again. And sure enough, it wasn't what he said, it was how he approached me, you know, and it was like from the jump it wasn't like because they always say the devil know what you want to. God, you tell God what you want, but the devil know what you like and what you want to. Well, it was crazy because I had just prayed to God. I was like, look, God, if it's meant for me to be single for the rest of my life, I'm okay with being alone. Some women can't be alone. I'm fine with it because I'm a boss up, do me, and I'm gonna have fun, you know, and I can be around my married friends and be single and they know I'm not gonna try to come after none of their husbands. I'm not gonna try to hook up none of my single friends with their husbands. None of that. We're gonna have fun. But at the same time, it was that he was everything that I wanted. I wanted somebody like my dad who had served in the branch of army. My dad is like military, he's like Marine. So I wanted somebody like my dad who had structure to him, who had that discipline to him, and you know knew how to help me stay balanced but let me be me. And so this person was everything that he was just like my dad how I wanted. And I was like, but I also wanted somebody to let me be me, like be hyper, be Tissa, know that I'm the same person. Like when all that R. Kelly bullshit popped off, people would be like, oh, that's R. Kelly. No, that was Robert. Okay, Robert and R. Kelly is the same damn person. It's
Mhm.
just when he went on that stage, he performed. So it's like when we leave our house, people expect us to perform. But when you come home behind them closed doors, they expect you to be somebody else. Well, I wanted somebody to love Tissa and Hyper. Can love them both, can love my craziness, can respect the gangster in me, can love the businesswoman in me, can love the hood chick, the boss bitch, the ghetto heifer, everybody, and just respect that. And here it was, I had this person. Like we would be on the phone for, you know, he's in Memphis, I'm in Texas. We could be on the phone having 3 4 hour conversations. Get off the phone, go take a shower, go work out, come back and have the same thing. And y'all saw how hurt I was behind that. And then his birthday recently came up. And being the person I am, that, you know, affectionate person, I just sent him a simple text. I said, happy birthday. I hope you enjoy your day. And after months and you know these weeks of ghosting me, he responded, and I was shocked. And he finally tells me that I made him angry And that's why he ghosted me. And my deal was, dude, we've been together a whole year, haven't had one argument, never disagreed about shit. And the one time I got slick with you, I didn't call you out your name. I didn't cuss you out. I just told you what I was not going to put up with. And when I told you that, it made him angry. So to me, I accepted part of that, but the rest of it to me was bullshit because we've been talking for a whole year. We've been rocking a whole year. If I made you that angry, why couldn't you be man enough to come and talk to me and say, okay, you did this and I didn't like that? And we talked about it. But to me, I feel like he met somebody else and he just wasn't man enough to say, well, I want to rock with this person. Well, my deal is whoever the fuck got your nose twisted, you go right ahead. But if she hurt you, you can't come back here. Because I'm that type, once I close my heart to you, it's done. It's a wrap. And now I'm ready to move on. But my deal is I'm not going to just settle for anything. I want somebody that's going to match my energy, match my hustle, and match my heart. Because I know how I'm going to go for you. If you down, I'm that chick that's going to keep you lifted up. Like so many people wonder why Ashanti and Nelly got married and he didn't marry Floyd Mayweather's ex, Miss Jackson, that bad Hispanic bitch. And they showed the pictures of him and Miss Jackson together, and Nelly was never smiling in that picture. He was with a bad bitch, but he was never smiling. With Ashanti, he's always smiling. He's always doing stuff for her. It's clear he loved her, and that was his best friend. And sometimes that's what a man needs. He don't need a mama. He don't need an advisor. He just need that best friend. Because with your best friend, you do what, y'all? You tell your best friend everything. That's who you'll go to before you go to your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother. Sometimes you'll tell your best friend. Because your best friend will do what? Just sit there, listen, give you advice, love you when you need to be loved, hang out with you, make you laugh, be like, bro, fuck that. Let's go have a beer. Sis, fuck that. Go have a beer. Let's go drink. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, sometimes we overthink things and it be just like Lauryn Hill. It could be all so simple, but you rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle and we both end up with scars. And it don't have to be like that.
So I'm reading through the comments here and I see one that Spider posted. I'm going to post it up real quick. Go ahead.
Okay, read it. What'd he say?
Comes up.
He said, I bring all my sides into a relationship and I set the expectations, what I want, what I don't want, and you either accept me or you don't. And there's no second guessing later on. And I'm going to be honest with you, I totally agree with that. I don't want you to be coming into a relationship dealing with me. I am who I am. Whether it's Devin or Southern Fed, it doesn't matter. I am who I am. I'm very straightforward, but I'm very caring. Being in a relationship with me, dealing with me, I'm very giving. Especially when the person that I'm with is definitely worth it. I'm very giving. I will give my all because the person that I'm with is supposed to understand, hey, look, if I'm dealing with you, you know that I got you, period. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what makes me and you, Hyper, so much alike because we give and we love hard, and it's good and bad because we can love so hard to the point that it'll break us when
it's that blessing and that curse.
Yeah.
Yep.
So for me, it's especially when I feel like the person that I'm with deserves that love or they deserve to be treated that way, especially with a man. A man goes through a lot anyway. So going through that, they need that reassurance. Hey, look, you are amazing. You are loved. I care for you. I'm gonna make sure you're okay. I got your back 1,000%. And a lot of women don't do that with their guy. They look at it like, oh, he work, he's supposed to do this, he's supposed to do that. I ain't gonna do nothing else. But for me, it's, hey, look, I don't give a shit how much money I make. If I go to work all day, come home, cook, clean, whatever else. If that person come, if my person comes home and we can do stuff together, clean, cook, all that. I don't care. But at the end of the day, that man will know that he is loved. And even though I may have been broken before, my past relationships don't dictate
Define and
or
yeah,
define the person that I'm with, because guess what? You wasn't there. That's not your fault what I went through. So why bring that to you? Because it's not fair to you. It's not fair at all. So coming to you, learning you, and then loving you is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you that because I'm going to make sure that you understand that, hey, whatever you didn't get is what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how I am. I am legitimately this way. And it sucks because even with being married, like Hollywood said, even before I was in an abusive relationship, and don't nobody know that. This is something new I'm actually telling everybody. But um it can take a toll on you, because you think to yourself like, do I need to be aware of the next person that I deal with, would they do me this way? But I don't have a type, because who you love is who you love. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't equate with, like, when I was younger, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I used to be like, oh, he had to be sexy. Because
he had
I'm
criteria.
already short. I'm already short.
Right.
So it's
Like,
like
you gotta be taller than me.
somebody that's
Right.
tall, that's built, that's this, that's that, and
Right.
whatever the case may be. But to me, that was just a figment of what I imagined that I wanted to
Right.
be. But what I'm gonna tell you, God gonna tell you what you need and what you don't need. You gonna
Right.
have people in your life that you gonna be like, where the hell did this person come from? Because you can be like, look, I'm not dealing with nobody. I just got out of this. I just healed. I fixed myself. I'm good. I'm good. I ain't broken no more. Then all of a sudden you find somebody, I'm not dealing with nobody. Because I just want to be me. I want to do me. Then all of a sudden somebody come along, you be like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you come from?
Right.
Like, oh my God, like you are, and,
Look.
and that person just as that person can be just as bad off as you were, and you still love them through everything. It does not matter. I'm going to love you for who you are. You broken, I'm gonna love you through it. So what? We gonna work through this, because guess what? You deserve it. You are still a great person, regardless of what you've been through. I can see the greatness. And you just love them through it. But hey, I don't know. Maybe it's
Let
just
me
me.
see. So Spider said, stay real, state your truth from the jump, and you'll never be sideswiped. Then he said he used to be romantic to the max until the world took advantage of him. And then what did Intel say, Hollywood?
My problem is women don't see my greatness.
And then what did Spider say, sis?
You say, yep, I'm an empath. I love hard and hurt harder. And I feel everyone's pain, even if it's not mine. That's why you have to protect yourself, because it beats you down and you can't do a damn thing about it. And I'm going to tell you like this: spider, 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 spider. I'm definitely with you on that. And I feel like the way the world made us as empaths, because I can feel other people's pain. That's why I try to stay away from a lot of people, because I feel that shit. And I'm already going through enough shit myself personally, that being the strong person, it can be very, 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 very tiring. Um, Especially with being around so many people, where you catch all that shit from them, because you catch all their emotions that they're going through, You got your emotions, and then you trying to deal with everything else that you're going through besides emotions. And it's like it can be a lot. It can be a lot. Your body just like,
But see, that's why, sis, you have to protect your energy. Like it, Shawnee, I think me and Lawless was talking about this the other day. Shawnee O'Neal, her husband, her new husband, he's a pastor in Houston, right? His name is Keon Henderson. And what was funny is that that was her name before she married Shaq. So she went right back to her name again. But he was saying is that, you can't be something that everybody wants. He said, because then, he was like, why would you want, it's like some men want fast food rather than eat at a good restaurant. And he was like, I don't want to be something everybody wants. I want to be a rarity. And it's like how each one of us loves, how each one of us are built to love. It's a rarity and a specialty. And if you don't appreciate that, then I'm not going to keep giving you my energy. So I'm not gonna give my energy or take my energy where it's not gonna be appreciated and wanted. And I'm gonna tell you, even though it's Glorilla's song, Rihanna estimated over 1 million views. It's 7 o'clock on Friday, 95 degrees. Ain't got no ninja, and ain't no ninja got me. Hey, she let you know she outside. And ASAP Rocky was like, damn it, I need a drink. Cause he know he got her. She got him. They not putting no titles on it. They've not putting no labels on it. But if you've spent enough time with somebody, by now you should know either we gonna be together, we gonna rock this thing out, or we not.
but you
But
know
if
what?
you
But being an empath is not about giving somebody your energy. It's not about giving them your energy. It's about, I can be around somebody and I can feel somebody's energy. Their energy can automatically either pull me down or pull me up. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's not about. Is I don't even have to have a conversation with somebody. You already got enough on you that that energy is. It can be overwhelming. So it doesn't matter. I can just sit next to you and I can feel that energy. And if your energy is a negative energy, it can be draining.
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna move away from you. And that's what goes back when I say protecting your energy. So it's like that's where my mindset is like this. This last relationship, it broke me because I let walls down for him that I said I was never gonna let down for another man because they didn't deserve it. But he showed me he did deserve it. And then it's like when you got what I felt you deserved, how you left it, you took the chicken shit way out because I thought that he and I were better. So does that mean another man don't deserve my love? Absolutely not. I
So
just said I wasn't going to do it again because I was hurt. But now that I'm healing, excuse me, and my energy is back up again, I just know now I have to protect my energy a little bit more. So the next man I'm with, you can call him pressure because, baby, that's what he applied to get me.
Well, one of our, I agree with that. Everybody's got their own, you know, system on how they work internally and mentally and physically and
Right.
emotionally. So I can agree with you. But one thing that Fed wanted to bring up was uh, a comment that was made, which is one of her close friends here. So I'll let her read that for you real
she
quick.
said, I think
Okay.
sometimes you can tell a person you will love them through anything and everything, but they are so broken that they find it hard to believe and they somewhat sabotage their own happiness and blessing. How would you deal with a situation like that? If that person honestly can't see the blessing that God gave them, they gonna sabotage the rest of their life. Um, I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you I'm God's gift to man. I won't say that. Um, but I definitely feel like whoever I'm with has definitely got a good one. Um, but if they fumble that, that's pretty much on them because I'm gonna give you what you're supposed to have as a man. As from a woman's point of view, um, I'm gonna definitely give you that. I think a man, like I say, a man and a woman, I'm supposed to love that man unconditionally, just like that man is supposed to love unconditionally. I'm not asking you to give it to me straight up front, but what I do out of love. I don't ask you to give me anything back because I'm gonna do what I do because I do it. That's just how I am.
Now, moving up to what Spider said, because I can relate to what he's saying here as a man. It also
Yeah.
goes with our brother Intel that commented right below that. First of all, coming from a man and also a woman, you have to know your worth first and foremost. All right. Now, Spider also said that you can't walk away when you see somebody in need. You have no choice but to feel like you have to fix it like it's your own burden. When you really love somebody and you really want to be there, of course, from a man's point of view, at least, I can't really speak in behalf of a woman,
It's
but
the
being a
same thing
man,
with a woman. We feel the
but
same way.
we have to step up and love harder when it comes to situations like that. Because I know between with myself and Jennifer, we both lean on each other when it comes to certain stuff, and of course, people argue and whatnot, but at the end of the day, we're still leaning on each other. And so we kind of both take each other's burdens on, but we keep moving and we try to get stronger from that because instead of looking back, you got to just keep looking forward.
Yeah, and Lawless said everyone has a chapter in their personal book that they don't read out loud. And then he said we can't allow people to move you so much that you're no longer able to be you. Compromise to a point becomes surrender.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's like it was like crazy because I heard something the other day and it made so much sense. And this person said that sometimes people are so used to having chaos in their love life that when peace comes in, they don't know how to accept that peace because they're so used to that chaos. And sometimes they will self-sabotage their happiness because that person in their life is that peace that they've never experienced before and they don't know how to react to it. And it's like you're trying to spend your time like, look, I'm not like that. I'm not going to put my hands on you. I'm not going to call you out your name. I'm not going to tell you, so what the fuck is going on with your day? I had a bad day too. You're not that person. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you can't spend your time trying to convince them of that. It's like either they're going to accept it or they're not. And my deal is, it's like, if you're my man and you're in my life, I call you king because that's what you deserve to be called. Because of the simple fact, not only are you a man, regardless of your race, you are a man in this world and you're taking on the barriers of this world, the weight of the world on your shoulders with a lot of shit you're going to. And the one place you're supposed to have peace at is your castle. No matter where your castle's at, that's that one place you're supposed to say, fuck the world, shut it off, and come in there. And if you are with someone, then that person is supposed to be your peace. They're supposed to be your balance. They're
Definitely.
supposed to refill that energy back up so that you can go back out into that world that next day or that day after that to be able to battle that. Like, let me tell you, one of the coldest hardest war movies I love still to this day is 300 because of how Queen Goyo went hard for King Leonidas. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's how I want to love my man. How she told him, either you come back on your sword or with it. Baby, she was there for him.
But a woman is supposed to love. If you got his back, that's what it is. You supposed to be there through everything. You supposed to support him through all that shit. And that's the thing, like being being with somebody, you like, look, this your piece. Get off work, come home. This is it. The stress you might have dealt with outside of here, You come here, you come home, this is peace. I'm not stressing you. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not pressuring you for nothing. Look, come in here, sit down, chill, relax. When you get up, you go fight the world every single day. And I'm here for it. I'm here when you get done. You having a bad day, and that's equate to the same thing with 300. He having a bad day. He came back and
Okay.
you're like, look, I got you. And that's how
Right.
it's supposed to be. A woman is supposed to be that man's peace. If that man is not at peace when he come home, there's a problem. Why? Now if he causing an issue, that's different. That's different. You coming home and you just steady picking an argument. But if that man don't come home with an argument, no nothing, and he just like you can see it in his face, like he done had a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
You love that man even harder. Say, look, you know what? You okay?
And that's gonna be a part two to this, you know, doing fun things in your relationship. Because I'm gonna tell you, when you're in a relationship with me, you're gonna be happy because of the simple fact I can pick you up and feel what you're going through. I'm gonna make you smile. If that's what you need, I'm gonna be what you need, because that's what it is. I think Lawley said, he said emotionally we should strive to be equally yoked. He said evenly yoked, equally yoked, it's still the same thing. And he said sometimes the pressures are not felt visible, but still very much felt. Sometimes we need to know when to operate from a pace of peace and patience. And that's what you was just saying, Fed. He need to know that there's peace when he walked through that door, that patience.
But
You
you know
know, you
what?
gotta love.
Honestly, when it comes to a lot of things, a man can come home and you can say, let's go do this, that, and the third. Sometimes that man just want to sit at home and just not do nothing.
Right.
Just
He just want to
sit
be
there and
in that
he
moment
might
with
want to have
you.
a drink. He might want to, in my case, being a chef, you might want to come and cook.
But
Yeah.
see,
It's just
you know,
about that peace. What makes it peaceful? But first and foremost is, to me, if that man don't feel like you are his peace, then what? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? You gotta know that man is. You gotta be his peace. You gotta let it know. You gotta let him know. Look, you come home. I'm not arguing with you. I'm here for you.
but it's more than just being his peace. Hollywood, read what Elmo said.
Never love so hard that you forget your own values. When you lose yourself in love, you lower your standards and forget that even if you are not getting the love you feel and that you deserve, you feel that with the love you have for yourself. So you kind of forget about the love that you have for yourself because you're always
Trying to please the other person, right?
exactly.
So
Mhm.
Hold on,
you
let me say this.
if you love yourself, then you can love someone else.
Lawless made a good point. He
What you
said
say?
this really isn't about the gender. Many of the things you are discussing is gender neutral. Definitely 100%. I feel you on that one. That was definitely a good comment. Because it can go either way. It can definitely go either way. It don't matter if you're in a
Yeah,
straight, gay, or whatever kind of relationship you're in. You can be in a relationship by yourself. Still,
yeah,
you got to be at peace with yourself.
yeah. You have to love yourself because that's the first rule, and a lot of people forget that, and that's why it's called broken love. Because if you don't know how to love yourself, how can you expect to love someone else?
Now,
Like this, Hollywood. Go
sometimes
ahead.
people can be broken because of, as example for me, the way I grew up. I grew up broken. So family members telling me over and over again, you have your family members that have broken you and made you feel like, hey, you will never be anything in your life. You will never be anything. So some people take that and their life is already broken. They grow up in a broken life. And to come from out of that, you got it's like
So
love,
how did you heal yourself? Because you can't love someone else until you're healed. You have to. Either you're gonna hold on to what they told you and you're gonna believe it, or you're gonna break away from that
you made a
and
good,
you gon'
and you made a
how
good
you
point.
gonna do it?
Me and Lawless was about, I was about to say the same thing. He just posted, being broken is unfortunate, but staying broken is a choice. It is
Th-
definitely a choice because I'm gonna tell you, they used to tell me over and over again, you ain't gonna be shit. Just gonna keep it real. You ain't gonna be shit. I've had, I've accomplished having 3 college degrees, a military career, a culinary degree, a culinary career, and IT career. And in the process now of getting a business started, not just by myself, but I have other people around me that started this business with me. And it's like, for that, it's like, you know what? I don't care what you told me. I don't care what you told me. I know I'm okay. I have my moments when I walk away and I'm sitting by myself. As today, I have had a day today, and I'm telling you that I had to bring it back and pull myself together because it's like, you know what? I'm gonna be okay. And for anybody else that have been through that with their family, you know you are doing what you're supposed to do as a person. A lot of people tell you that shit because of the insecurities that they experience in their life. They
Right.
experienced a lot of insecurities in their life and they putting that shit off on you. So they're broken. They want you to be like them. They want you to be broken like them. They don't want you to succeed and do better than them. So they want you to
Right.
be broken like them. So you grow up broken, but you gotta understand that it does not matter if you are a, you can be the most broken person on this planet and you can still be out here doing exactly what you're supposed to do. As
Hollywood,
long
how do you feel? What did that say?
So Lawless says, but you need those bad days so that you know how to appreciate all the good days. There's nothing more than a testimony without the test.
Without the test. I love it.
exactly. He's
But
talking
see,
about
Intel,
ain't nobody trying to.
he's off. Intel is like, fuck that, get money. Intel, you you're missing a couple of points, bro. Sit in time out for a second. So how what about you?
I mean, Lawless made a good point. Without the test, there's no testimony without the test. So God throws certain. I'm kind of spiritual when it comes to this stuff. So
Right.
if it doesn't feel like you can't handle it or you couldn't handle it, I feel like He wouldn't give it to you in the first place. But in
More
a
on you that you can bear.
but
Got
in
it.
a sense, I think He really tests people mentally because I've been going through some stuff, and I tell you what, honestly, I didn't think I was gonna, see another paycheck before I actually go back to work. And I sat there and did some serious soul searching and prayed about it. And as broken as I was, and people were trying to reach out to me, you, Fed, Lawless, everybody that I've pretty much shut down because I was broken. But I had to go back
Right.
to my faith, and then I got blessed today, with a check.
Amen.
It was just like my faith is
Amen.
what got me out of that broken stage, along with
Right.
being surrounded by good people, being around 404, you guys, Fed,
Yeah.
Jennifer. Speaking of Lawless, the other day, I'm surrounded by a good team, and
Yeah.
without that, you wouldn't. I don't know where
Cause
I'd be.
we family. And we gonna always be here for each other.
And then with what Lawless just said, because it was going through my head when I was saying something about spiritual, he said
Mm,
some people will make. Yeah, I'll pop it up real quick. Said some people will be made to avoid the fire, others will be made fireproof. Now, there was a Christian movie that was based on broken relationships and a broken marriage, and it was a Christian 40-day how to fireproof your relationship and how to fireproof your marriage after being
yeah.
so broken. So, with what he said, and I was already thinking about that, he really hit a good point there, and coming from a man that has been through it, thick and thin, and being around, y'all, watching y'all do it, and we kind of individually pick each other up. It's just once you're broken and you know somebody's broken, as a man or a woman, we're bred to pick each other up. That's how it's supposed to be, you know.
404 said these tests I'm failing. I need the cheat codes because L1R2XO ain't working. What the heck?
You know what?
You know what?
I'll say this. Sometimes you have to depend on somebody else. It's not the ideal situation for most people. And I'm one of them. I don't depend on nobody else. I'm very, very headstrong. But at the end of the day, I know how to say, um, I need help. I know how to say that. But having somebody else in your life that you can just grab their shoulder and you can lean on it, it helps. It definitely helps. I don't have all the answers. Lord knows I don't. I don't. I go to Lawless for a lot of shit. I talk to Hyper for a lot of shit. Even Hollywood,
And now,
as crazy as it may be, I go to Hollywood. But
we talk about different things, and it's funny that she says this because when we were talking when she brought me home last weekend, we were both going through some stuff, and I asked her, I said, sis, if you ever need me, you can reach out to me. And then I kind of, even though the ride home was quiet, but I made her laugh when she dropped me off. I said, I might not be the best person for advice, but I could definitely lend a great ear if you need it. And she started laughing about it. And I said, see, at least I did something, you know what I'm saying? So
Right. And in that moment, that was probably really appreciated. Because what was it? It was a movie, oh my goodness, called it was named after a country song, and it had Julia Roberts in it, and her sister was the little kitchen girl, and she had caught her husband cheating, and something to talk about. That's what the movie was called. And the sister was like, "Well, I can't take your pain away, but I can get you drunk." And she busted out laughing. And in that moment, that was the sister being there for. And Lawless is saying the movie that you was talking about earlier, Hollywood, is called Fireproof. And he was like, Lawless said, understand there's the difference between broken and being just a little bit cracked. And he's like, know the difference. But I love what Elmo said. He said, but we love with the love that was more than love. Edgar Allan Poe. I had to write that one down, Elmo.
how
That
about this
was
one?
beautiful.
How about this one?
What did he say?
Some people get so far into doing for others, they never ask. That they never ask and don't know how anymore. So you just bury yourself in the doing for everyone else to avoid your true struggle. So that is definitely something that I'm familiar with. Um, um, life is exactly what it is. It's life. Life be life.
Yeah. Right.
But
Like Glo said.
without the people in your corner, life can either be easy or life can be hard. But God placed people in your life for a reason. You may be going through some rough shit, but then you all of a sudden have somebody in your life, you looking at it like, yo, I didn't think about it. Like, I got this person here. Like, oh my God, I can call them. I didn't realize I can call them. Whether it's for just an ear to listen or a shoulder to cry or whatever, but I have that person. And even with that, God can put somebody in your life to show you, you know what? Here's the person that's meant for you. You got to open up your eyes in order to see that this person is meant for you. This person not gonna hurt you. This person ain't gonna do whatever happened in your past. That person ain't gonna do it. But if you mess it over, you're gonna end up with somebody else that's gonna do worse than the person that did before.
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
gotta be aware of. He say at the end of the day, Trying again is all a mental game. I still believe a person needs to be mentally stable to work on another relationship. Being numb to pain can carry over to the next. Because as humans, we naturally put up a defense to not be hurt again. And that's true.
I give you that.
But
I give you
like,
that.
it's like with
Yep.
me, I didn't do what somebody else did. I didn't do it. So I don't deserve whatever they did, I don't deserve that guilt. I don't deserve that wall. Because if I'm here, I'm not asking you for nothing. I ain't asked you for shit. I'm giving you what you're supposed to have. That's unconditional love. I'm giving you that unconditional love. It's not whether you ask for it or not. You get it. If I'm dealing with you, this is it. You get this unconditional love. As a sister, as a brother, as a boyfriend, husband, whatever it is, I am giving you that unconditional love until you show me otherwise.
Mm.
You show me otherwise, then I'm going to pull it back. My best friend can tell you. She can tell you. Michelle can tell you. She will tell you that I will give my all until you show me that you don't fucking deserve it. And that's the honest truth, because that is just how I am. I am loyal by default. Broken heart and all, I am still loyal by default. Because the things the way I look at it, what you put out into the world, you're gonna either get that back or people gonna take advantage of it. So you watch who you deal with, but at the end of the day, you still gotta be that good person. And I know I've been hurt time and time again, and I'm still
Yeah, I mean, you still choose to be you, just like me. Just because the last one hurt me doesn't mean I'm gonna take away from me being who I am. But I look at it like this: the next one that comes into my life, like I said, you might as well call yourself pressure, because that's what you applied to get me. Because I'm a woman who has herself together. I can be your spiritual guidance. I can be your financial advisor. I can be your porn star. Like I told Lawless, me and him was just talking, and I asked him, about some stuff. And I said, you know what? Dating me is fun. It's like the meme. You get a comedian, a porn star, and a mental patient all in one person.
I'll
There
take the
you
middle
go.
patient. I'll take the middle patient. That's
I'm
all I
telling you.
want.
Look, I'm telling you, baby, I am that mental patient, the porn star, and the comedian all in one fucking rap. And it's going to be fun dating me. But know that you date me with a purpose, because my parents were married for 44 years. Were all their days good? No, because my mama was light skinned, she was Creole, she was beautiful. But my mama was batshit crazy. My daddy was an introvert. He's a Marine, quiet type man. And you like, how the hell did y'all get together? Like, how did y'all even meet? And my daddy was bullshitting with us one day. He was like, well, I had $2 and your mama was standing on the corner one day. I was like, that's fucked up, daddy. That is so fucked up.
So you know what? I can say the same thing. My mom, okay, I think my mom and your mom was probably sisters.
That
Because
probably was.
light skin, gorgeous,
No.
everything
Baby.
that you would want. And it was like she was
She was a baddie, but it's at the end of the day, the heart wants what the heart wants. And I'm not going to deny my heart ever. Period. I'm not going to deny. Now, when I got hurt, I said I wasn't going to love again. I'm going to be single. I'm going to put my book out. And it was funny because when I put my book out, one of our former Rough Rider brothers, who's now MC, he was like, so first of all, let me tell you, shut up, Lawless. Talk about the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But, he was like, so everybody knows Hyper. So are you ready for the world to see Tissa? I said, I am majestic because of the simple fact there might be somebody going through a relationship and my book might help them. My book might help a man recognize what he dealing with. My book might help a chick recognize what she dealing with. And if that's the help, I'll be happy to put my truths out there. So in my book, Hey Love, I put everything. I didn't hold nothing back. I have friends calling me now saying, girl, I did not know you went through this. I did not know you got beat like this. and you still smiling, you still in relationship, you're still carrying out because I'm not meant to be broken.
Mhm.
Jesus hung on a cross, nailed. Fuck, if we step on a nail, y'all see how quick we jumping off and saying, ouch. They nailed him. A whole sin, like free of sin man nailed him to the cross. But they
But
didn't break his spirit.
what you've
Didn't
been
do
through,
it.
what you've been through, what I've been through, when I tell you we're
Wow.
one in the same, we're one in the same.
And
That
men go through it too.
men go through it too, yes. But to come through and say, you know what, let's
Hollywood,
still
get your brother.
to still to
No,
still
well,
say
I'm waiting
love,
to go ahead.
to
Go ahead.
Go
still
ahead, Fed.
be able to love somebody.
Yeah.
Hey, that takes a lot. That takes so much strength to still come out and say, you know what, I love you.
Yeah, it
I love
does.
you. How great is that? And regardless of what you've been through, and to tell somebody that I still love you, regardless of what
Mhm.
I've been through, regardless of what you're going through, I still love you.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean to cut it anything short. I know we can
No,
keep
we
talking.
good.
Do we have
Yeah.
any shout outs before we close this out?
Go ahead, Hyper. You start first since you in the hospital.
Hell yeah. Look, I'm about to go hit this morphine. Look here. I want to give a shout out to you guys. I love y'all. Y'all are always there supporting me. Shout out to Texarkana because they are getting a freak nick on. I even asked my doctor, can I get out this hospital and go? She was like, you can go to sleep. You can get you some more drugs and go right back to sleep, man. But you're not going to no freak nick. You're going to this freak bed. So as y'all can see, I'm not in Texarkana turning up in my little swimsuit, showing off my new teeth. I'm in this bed. I'm about to take this morphine. I want to give a shout out to you, Hollywood. I love you, my brother. You can pick that phone up anytime. Yes, you disappear. I'm going to hunt your ass down. I'm going to give you the powerhouse signal first. If you don't answer, I'm going to blow your phone up. If not, I'm going to sit. What did I text you? I said, girl, I tried to call him and he didn't answer. I said, either pick up or we going to pull up. And he picked up the and he started texting. He started texting Lawless. So as long as you reaching out, let me know you okay and you alive, I'm gonna give you your piece to be broken. But then after that, you know we here for you. Fed, I love you to death. Same thing, babe. I got you. Lawless, I love you. 404, love you. Intel, thank you for always being part of the show. Spider, we love it when you come. Miss Michelle, appreciate you. I love you guys. I'm out. I get to get discharged tomorrow. So I love y'all and I'm gone.
We'll call you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Peace.
Go ahead, Hollywood. You next.